We're recording right now. All right, everyone. Hello, and thank you for tuning into this lovely episode of Inthevalley here in this big ass room, this lovely studio. Thank you, thank you, Sound Studios. We've been here for only like what, 20 minutes? 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
20 minutes.
Other than that, thanks Sound Studios for this lovely room and everything like that. And take it away, Stewp Kidd. What's the song? What's the song?
The song we about to get into right now, we about to get into one of my favorite hits called Puppeteer. Released that joint last year, and yeah, we about to hear it. Here we go.
All right, let me hear that.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all like that shit? Hey, you know my life is like a movie, call it a cinema. And I don't eat sweets, but I eat a Cinnabon. On a Friday night, when the Friday's right, and she texts my phone, I gotta get into her. She said, your words real smooth like butter in the skillet. I guess she didn't know that Stewp is the illest. Non-fiction, I am the realest, so this is why I'm here to confess. She didn't know that nigga tried to play no contest. I guess I didn't know that I was under arrest for these bars that go far, reaching stars in my mind all the time. Call it second thoughts, still kicking no rhyme. Hey, I said yada yada yada, not so free. People talking mighty, but they fall in prophecies. Always singing jokes, but they just make a mockery. Darkness of the shadows, they just always follow me. Hey, I am the puppeteer. Hey, 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 hey. I am the puppeteer. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah. No lights from the sun, no, no, no. I'm here just for fun, like yeah, yeah, yeah. Slam on the table like domino. Symmetrics and shapes like triangle. Okay, words from a wise man. Don't be getting caught up in the hype, not wise man. On some football shit, I'll hit the highs man. And I'll smoke this shit, I'm steady rising. Pull up skirt and I arrived in. Okay, concern is non-existent in my vocab. And if I get too lit, I'll call a damn cab. Cause I'm grown and I ain't gonna be dealing with the shit that you throw. Don't sun me, don't even try to bro me or yo me or Obi-Wan Kenobi. Force me out the door me, Well fuck it, I'm just trying to have fun. I'm a leader, not a follower. They say just go and follow her, but why should I? I'm steady cooling in my lane, cause I'm cooking up these verses. All I'm spitting is these flames. Only fucking with my crew and not fucking with these lame. All these people in the game is out here sounding all the same. I said yada yada yada, not so free. People talking mighty, but they fall in prophecies. Always singing jokes, but they just make a mockery. Darkness of the shadows, they just always follow me. Hey, I am the puppeteer. Hey, 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 hey. I am the puppeteer. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, no lights from the sun. I'm here just for fun, like slam on the table, like symmetrics of shapes, like yeah. I am the puppeteer. Hey, 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 hey. I am the puppeteer. Hey, 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 hey. No light from the sun. No, no, no. I'm here just for fun, like yeah, yeah, yeah. Slam on the table like domino. Symmetrics of shapes like triangles. Yeah. That's Puppeteer, y'all.
Puppeteer, and what's that about?
Puppeteer, basically having control of your life. Like you're the puppeteer, not the puppet. Basically, don't let nobody control you. Have control of what you do, what your actions are, and just live in your purpose. Period.
All right.
Yeah.
And any experience through that, like you went through?
Any experience?
Or what inspired you to make that? What
inspired me to make that? It was when I heard the record. It was crazy. Like the beat was nuts. It's like this neo soul kind of feel, and I just like I don't know. I always grew up like on like funk and like soul music and shit like that. So like I don't know. I just fucked with it, and then Puppeteer. That's when I just really felt like yeah, I'm the puppeteer. Like I'm having control of what my actions are. Like I'm taking control of my drive. You know what I mean? Instead of like being like an employee, I'm trying to like be a boss, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'd rather be a puppeteer than the puppet.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And tell me a bit about yourself, man. Like
Shit.
coming up around here and everything like that.
I
What's
lived
going
in
on?
the valley my whole fucking life. I grew up in Canoga Park.
No, dude.
Yeah,
I'm out there.
Oh, word?
I'm out there.
Dope. That's
no
my
one knows
hood.
where I live though. So hey.
That's my hood. I grew up there. I lived over there for like 15 years. Like, I literally grew up on the corner of Lama Verde and Valerio.
All right.
So, yeah.
So you know where he's at?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I lived on the corner house. It was popping.
Yeah.
It was super popping. There was a lot of shit going on.
All right. And then you talked about like your influences would be like funk and
Yeah,
what else?
my influence, my pops put me on, man. Pops put me on the funk, James Brown, fucking.
All right.
Oh, yeah, bro.
love James
Sade,
Brown.
fucking
Yeah.
anything from like Rick James, like, yeah, bro. Like, the list can go on of like inspiration, influences and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, for me, it's more like I'm on to James Brown's like type of singing. Like he has that voice.
Yeah, it was like this raspy, but like it
just flowed with the music. It just expressed.
He was the music, man. That's
Dude,
what it
yes,
was. His
yes.
voice, the sounds and shit that was coming out that joint, like he was the fucking music. All that shit. His voice is his instrument. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah, and then for vocalists out there, you guys need to know that. This is
this is
it.
your instrument.
This is you.
Yeah.
Yeah, James Brown knew that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, show me more of that influence, man.
Shit, let's see. We gonna get into what we gonna get into? We're gonna get into Free.
Free.
Yeah, we're gonna get into Free. Free is like a real ass song, like
All right.
real. So right now, I'm gonna set the ambiance. Right now, we're in a courthouse, and you guys are watching my case as I plead my case to the judge, guys.
Weren't you just in the courthouse, Benjamin?
He's like, hey man, free my man Benjamin.
Free Ben.
Free Ben.
Look out for that shirt. Free Benjamin.
About to get into this shit. All right. We just wanna be free, but you got me sitting on my knees, reaching out like, can you help me please? Yeah, I said we just wanna be okay free. Got me serving on your servant knees, preaching to the jury as I plead. As I stand here right in front of a jury, I'm feeling kinda like worry, empty soul like I'm buried, feeling like they in a hurry to get rid of a nigga that's like me. For all these selfish needs to sustain society, a whole variety, like we some type of bag of chips or something. Like they even took my mama, auntie, mama, sister, cousin. Yeah, they fucking bugging, yeah, they mean mugging, cause they see us walk around like we young thuggin'. But why the fuck we always gotta be the person of interest? They never treated Clinton bad when he had him a mistress. Never too far on the road, cause they shorten the distance. Flashbacks in my mind, cause I'm always catching the glimpses. See, this is a constant struggle, my brothers and sisters of all races, specifically mine. Anytime we step out the door, they see us doing crime. Like what the fuck we gotta do to be here and survive, huh? We just wanna be free. Got me something sitting on my knees, reaching out like, can you help me please? Hey, I said we just wanna be okay free. Got me serving all your servant needs, preaching to the jury as I plead. Martin Luther was assassinated for what? That's right, for change. People act wild when things don't seem to be the same. I ain't pointing fingers, but I have an idea. A clan, a cop, whatever, just stop. I'm sick and tired of all these blocks getting pulled over, shot. Michael Brown, Sandra Bland, what the fuck is this shit, man? They all had a voice, but the oppressor always made a choice. Lay your head, go to church, then rejoice. Yo, but what the fuck is the point? How you living your life knowing you giving constant scrutiny? Knowing your friends stay in the back, they always root to be another piece, another puzzle, another nigga, that's muscle. Then you always wonder why we always suffer. Cause we even had to fight, even back in the 18s. I'm just asking for freedom, but I know you gon' take me back up in the jail, back up in the cell. Look up in the judge, it's like, oh well, we just wanna be free, but you're only sitting on my knees, reaching out like, can you help me please? Yeah, I said we just wanna be free. Got me serving on your servant knees, preaching to the jury as I plead. Yeah.
Okay, now I see y'all peeping. You starting to figure out the bigger picture, right? That everything that I said has started to surface to the light. Don't throw me to the back, I ain't no Rosa Parks, cause I ain't leaving the station. Kinda like an activist, call me Malcolm X. A rapping intellectual, trying to be the best. But y'all hella stopping a nigga that's trying to flex. The judge hit the gavel and I'm trying to see what's next. So he said, well sir, I heard your proposition, and I know what system put you into disposition. But let me tell you now, it ain't up to me, it's the jury. And if you heard me, please it may see that you in a hurry. As they come up for the verdict, I'm trying to see if they gonna lock me up on free. I can't believe I'm standing right here, is this a dream? The jury returned, I swear my son started to scream. When it comes to the charges of hot bars, us the jury please that Stewp Kidd is not guilty.
Ooh, bet.
Order in the court, order in the court.
Right, order.
Well, you hear it, Stewp Kidd.
Okay.
You're not guilty.
Damn, man. I'm a free man. I'm a free man. Yeah. And that's my song, Free, guys.
Woo.
Hell yeah.
Stewp is free.
Hell
He's a free
yeah.
man.
I'm a free man.
Hell yeah.
Stewp Freeman. That's my last name. I'm kidding.
So tell me a bit about that.
Stewp Freeman. That's you can look me
Stewp
up.
Freeman.
You can Google me. Stewp Freeman. Watch.
True facts about Stewp Freeman.
True facts. True facts about Stewp Freeman. Yeah. I'm about to make a bug dog.
Seriously, make a documentary about yourself.
Real
True
shit.
Freeman.
It's like Stewp Freeman.
Yeah. But tell me a bit about that song. You know what?
So that song, I was just irritated with what was going on, like, in the world, like, even, like, till today.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
just with, like, you know, like, people being killed, like, especially, like, my people and shit, just
Yeah.
being killed for, like, unnecessary shit. Now, it's getting to the point where, like, people getting called on for having barbecues and shit. Like, that shit is just so extra. Like, bro, like, what do you...
I'm calling the fire department.
Yeah, like, what the... We at the park, dog. It's a cookout. Shit, like, get a place. Don't be mad.
You can't sell water out here without a permit.
Yeah, like, you got permit Patty out here acting wild. It's crazy. But,
Yeah.
you know, and it's just, you know, when it comes to the system, I don't really fuck with the system because it's so shaded and everybody's jaded. And it's just crazy. So, you know, I got people that's even, you know, locked up to this day. And it's just like, damn, like, you should be out, but they just treat y'all like shit. You know what I mean? And it's just fucked up. The system just ain't fair. Period.
Just eats people up and spits it back out.
Hell yeah. Shit, eat them up. Sometimes don't even spit them out. Just eat them up.
So behind that, you know, like what's kind of like the, you know, you talked about that also being part of your influence, right?
Yeah.
So like behind your writing process, how do you know, get that all moving? Like how do you come up with a song, or this is going to be that song that I want to create and then send that message out into the world? You know, how do you do that?
I work off emotions.
Yeah.
Like real shit. I work off emotions. Like that song per se is like, I happened to get pulled over that day. So it just really, so I was already heated. Like I was like, man, fuck this, going through tracks and came across this beat and was just like, fuck yeah, I'm about to talk about this shit because this shit is unfair. Like I just work based off emotions, you know what I mean? Like I don't have like a set, like, oh, I'm gonna write about this. Like I write how I feel. That's really how it works.
Kind of like how Fuck the Police came out.
Yeah, exactly. That's how they felt. That was like a real shit. They felt that in the fucking depth of their belly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's how they felt. Like fuck police, they fucking cheating and fucking treating us like shit. They doing all this shit and just getting away with it. And still to this day, still doing this shit.
It's one of the biggest songs, yeah.
Yeah, man, this shit's nuts. But yeah, that's how I work based on emotions.
Then all your music you just write through your emotion, how you feel in that moment and everything.
Majority of my music, it's all based off of just how I feel or like real life experiences.
And then with the beat, like, do you yourself do that, or do you have someone else?
No, I have like producers that do stuff for me.
So then they do they get a kind of sense of how what you're trying to portray in the music? I mean the lyrics, right? The tone of it,
right?
Do they kind of betray, or did you just hear a beat and it was like, that's something I could go off of, and that's something I'm gonna
like when especially for Free, Tone Jones produced that shit. He's from
shout
Atlanta.
out to Tone Jones.
Yeah, shout out to Tone Jones.
Shout out to Tone Jones.
Wild, crazy. But he produced that joint, and like the moment I heard that shit, like especially with like, I just felt it was like it had this soulful church kind of sound in the intro, and then once that fucking beat dropped.
for me, I was like, yo, I'm in a courthouse. I'm talking to the judge. I'm pleading my case. I was like, that's how I felt, like instantly. The moment
I kept on thinking about Louisiana kind of like style white church kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like how like the whole church looks all white and then like you got everyone inside. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's how I pictured it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know, like going into your music and everything, you know, you talked about how, you know, your influences, you talked about your writing process.
Right.
You talked about the style of your music. What can you, like, when people have writer's block and everything like that, how do you know, what can you say to people that have?
For people that have writer's block,
like, how do you deal with it?
I deal with it.
That's a better question. How do you deal with that?
This is how I deal with it, and this is advice how I would give other people.
All right.
So how I deal with it.
Take notes.
If I'm struggling with my process, I shouldn't be spending too much time, especially on my mental, on what the subject is. And if I'm spending way too much time, that means I'm going to overthink it. That means I'm going to second guess what my lyrics are. I'm going to second guess what the next bar is for my stanzas. Like, this is the thing. So when you feel that way, take a step away. Go hang out. Go get something to drink or something. Relax.
Smoke a little something?
Yeah, smoke a little something, you know what I'm saying? Light that motherfucker up. But other than that, like, that's really what it is. It's like, don't spend too much time and dwelling on like, damn, I'm struggling. Like, it's okay. You have another day. Like, relax. It's not like you have deadlines. Unless you have deadlines, I get it. But if you don't stress over it. You don't need that stress.
Yeah.
Period.
We're all trying to get big, you know, just take your time and doing it.
Exactly. And it's only one step at a time, you know.
All right. Well, show me some more of that mental, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
We gonna get into Rapture Love.
All right.
Yeah,
okay. Here we go.
Love.
Are we all ready for this? Is the audience ready for this? Shoo. Oh, you hear that?
Yeah. I swear it's funny. Yeah. Caught up in the rapture of love. 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 Okay. Caught up in the rapture of love. Caught up in the rapture of love. Yeah. Caught up in the rapture of love. Caught up in the rapture of love. Yeah. Caught up in the rapture of love. Yeah. Never would have thought I'd get caught up. Displaying my emotions, my product. Running all around trying to hide from Cuba, even though that nigga trying to get the holler. I ain't trying to run no more. I'm just trying to love her more. I'm just trying to show her more. Places of destination. What's this conversation? Nothing's demonstration. Let's take it back, call it PowerPoint. Back in the day when we smoked a joint. Damn, Suge, always on point. Guess that ballerina really deep up in you, cause you really got a nigga sprung. She banging like a William Hung. Talking about she French, but don't use no tongue. Think I'm falling for it. Shit has begun. Shit has begun. Caught up in a rapture of love. Caught up in a rapture of love. Yeah. Caught up in a rapture of love. Caught up in a rapture of love. Yeah. Caught up in the rapture of love. Yeah. Baby, you say you love me. Baby, I say I love you. Anytime we get together, you already know what the fuck we gon' do. We about to run this shit, about to run this with my chick. We about to blow this bitch. I'm a man with vision, got some damn position. Only thing I'm missing is you. What's the issue? Don't cry, here's a tissue. I know I'm gone cause I'm on the road and you miss my lips when I kiss you. I'm working hard trying to get a check. Call me Ralph cause I'm about to wreck. Hating niggas trying to place a bet on my downfall. Hella laughs as I stand tall, I'm about my shit. Rule the world, still have my bitch. She the main, not the side chick. Vibe shit, ride this. Said she 5'2" and she fine too. Woo! Damn girl, your girls, my world, shook it. My heart, damn you, girl you, took it. Caught up in a rapture of love, caught up in a rapture of love, yeah. Caught up in a rapture of love, caught up in a rapture of love, yeah. Caught up in the rapture of love. I wanna remember that time in September when we got together. We loved to December, from summer to winter. Shit hurt like these splinter intentions. I thought of you, had met on Tinder. Kindle your actions is just a distraction. I'm sitting here feeling like giving up. All of these planets you planted in my mind, yeah, baby, you blew it up. Now I'm a bachelor living my life. My DMs is blowing up, nigga, it's tight. I should've swiped left and never swiped right. That's time that I lost and it ended at night. Her name was Miranda, I read her rights. Tender like Tyson, I'm ready to fight. This chick really wasted the time of my life. And really the thought of you being my wife.
Caught up in a rapture of love, caught up in a rapture of love, yeah. Caught up in a rapture of love, caught up in a rapture of love, yeah. Caught up in the rapture of love. Psych. Hey, caught up in a rapture of love, 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 rapture of love, caught up in the rapture of love. Yeah.
Hey, 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 let's go. Yeah, that's Rapture of Love, guys. What's up?
Was that the Rapture Love dance?
Hell yeah.
Honestly, man, dude, if this doesn't get on the radio, I don't even know what the fuck music is anymore.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
Damn, dude.
Put me on the radio.
Look, talking about this, like, what's your criteria to your music? Like, in putting it out there and everything like that, like, what's your standard? What does that to be at?
I don't know. Because how I work, I live every day.
Yeah.
I take one step at a time, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really be having like some wild ass, like, I don't even know how to explain, like wild ass, like, goals or something. Like, I just kind of go with the flow and everything. And if shit's right, it's right. And if it's not, it's not. And here we are today.
No, yeah, I definitely understand. I'm just trying to understand because like this music, like it sounds like you took your time.
Oh yeah.
In making this, you took everything, you know, and doing this, you know, the lyrics, you know, and then with the people that you network with, you know, and everything like that. So like honestly, man, that's something that I'm hearing in your music. So like I want to know, you know, in making your music to yourself, how do you hold that like to your standard? Like, you know, this is just something that I'm going to put out there because I want people to understand, or I want people to feel how I'm feeling in this moment.
Right.
You know?
I feel that.
Or like this is something like, you know what? I'm not going to put this out yet because that's something for later. Right. The road's not ready for that yet.
Yeah, I got some. I definitely got some shit like that. I don't know. For me, it just depends like how I feel when it comes to putting a song. Like when I put Rapture of Love out, I was supposed to put another record out. Yeah. And I didn't end up doing that. And then like real shit, when I wrote this joint in like 45 minutes. And then like really, like real shit. Cause I was like, real shit. No, 45 minutes, real shit. People know, Bugs know, all my people know. If they come to my crib, they see me. Like I write shit like this because I just think of that shit at the moment. And sometimes sometimes if like my creative juices be flowing like crazy. Yeah. So it's like if I don't get it out right then and there, I'm gonna lose it. So I have to get it out. Sometimes I'll be out and I'll just be in the corner like writing lyrics down or some shit, like real shit. It's crazy. Yeah. But like sometimes I think if I don't know, depending on what I'm trying to share with the world and stuff, like Rapture of Love, I thought it was cool because it was upbeat and like I was talking about shit that was relevant because it's like when I had this Tinder day, I was dating this girl from Tinder and shit. It went south. It went south like it was Tinder, man. Shout out to Tinder, man. This shit is, hey man.
Stewp Kidd, swipe right.
Yeah, hey, the shit. Swipe left when you see my face. Again, like.
It's all
the girls out there. If you see me on Tinder, swipe left. Don't swipe right. I'm too much. I'm too much of a man. Oh shit, that's funny.
Yeah, man. Like if anything, that kind of made me think of like, you know, not in the sense like it made me think about it. Not the music in general, but it made me think about it because like. Rapture kind of make me think about Telegraph. I don't know if you, Childish Gambino. Yeah, Telegraph. That's honestly one of my favorite songs. That's dope. Shout out there.
Yeah, shout out to Childish Gambino.
Seriously. And it made me think about Telegraph, you know, because it's like, you know, he's out there, you know, going out, doing his thing. I'm not going to spoil the ending. But basically, that's what it made me think about, you know. Right. And so you talked about your writing process and you talked about the criteria, you know. changing into this where it's like it starts to get into like your art,
Right.
your form, you know, like does becoming being an independent artist, is it hard trying to keep yourself up? Because we talked about earlier,
Right,
you know, you keep yourself up,
Right.
you know, you're not like some people out there where like, you know, they're depending on others and everything like that,
definitely.
you know.
Hey,
We know. We
We gonna be real.
You know who you are. Look seriously at the camera. Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
But
no, definitely.
seriously. But you know, like keeping yourself afloat and everything in your music, you know, like the business and that. Does it go hand in hand or is it conflict with one another?
It's hard. I'm
Yeah.
gonna just be honest. That shit is hard. It's hard to market yourself. It's hard to, you know, like coming up with content is not hard for me. It's producing, like getting that shit out, getting that shit distributed, getting that shit, you know, marketed, promoting, all of that. That's the stuff that I'm like learning now.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the first year of my career was just like making the music. And then now, since we're coming like a little over a year now, I'm like trying to learn more of the business and the marketing of it. And it's been crazy, and it's definitely different from just being like creative. And at some point, I'm gonna definitely have to like get somebody else.
Do you
like,
see the
hire
difference
somebody.
in it where like, you know, like people come together like artists and everything like that,
Yeah.
right? It's community. But then when it starts to, when you start to pick up and everything, does it become like a dog-eat-dog kind of thing, like a betrayal kind of thing?
Yeah,
Like,
you
you gotta
know,
watch your back. But you can trust people, but you gotta like...
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
the thing about me is like I don't trust niggas like 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's
It's
just
always
how
that
it's always
50,
been.
that
Yeah, it's
50,
always
yeah.
like just enough to like, and I only share just enough to share.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never share too much because when you start sharing too much, you start knowing too much about people, and then when they do something, you just know too. It's just a lot. It's a mess.
Yeah.
When people share too much, sometimes it's a mess.
Yeah. Kind of like, I don't know, man. What you said just made me think. Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
No, not Kendrick Lamar. Scratch that. My bad. What was it called? Fuck.
You can't think of
J. Cole.
Oh, okay.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
You know, where he starts shouting out everyone, you know,
Right.
and he starts shouting out to everyone.
Right.
Like, he goes to people that he's known before,
Exactly.
you know, and others, it's just like, hey, you know, it could have been this, but, you know, what's going on? You know, that's what happened.
Right.
You know, you went your way. Like what he talks about in Love Yours.
Mm-hmm.
It's the snakes in the grass.
Yep.
You know, snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass. That's why
And-
you gotta keep the grass low so you can weasel out all the snakes.
And that's the truth. So, like, you know, getting into the whole business side and everything, like, have you encountered any type of dilemma or some kind of some kind of stuff in your way?
Yeah, just real life shit. Like just real life.
Well, I'm talking about like your reality and work and everything like that. Your art conflicting with your livelihood.
No, my art doesn't. Like my art comes first. Period. Like,
Yeah.
That shit's always been.
So this is your passion rather than a job.
This is passion. This is just this.
This is your. We had an artist on here and he described it as this is life.
Yeah,
This is my food. This is everything.
Yeah, exactly. Like
shout out to True P.
Exactly. Like I've done some shit like even my own sister, like Luna Bell, like she seen me struggle. Like I didn't eat for like 4 days just so I could
Holy
put a
fuck.
record out. Like real shit. Like it's been like that. Like real shit.
Why?
Because
if I may ask.
Why? Because it's like music's like my fuel. It's like I'd rather not eat and make music than to eat and don't make music. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, that's how it was for me. Like I'm just like, nah, I want this shit. I want to do this shit. And it's like this is what I really want for me in my life. And then like if that's so, I gotta make sacrifices. And that's the thing about life.
Dude, yeah.
That's the thing about anything entertainment. Anything you trying to pursue, you gotta make sacrifices. Period. Whether it's like not hanging out with your friends or it's like not being around family. Sometimes you just gotta be in your lane. You know what I'm saying?
You're basically a hermit kind of thing.
Exactly.
But it's potentially for something better.
Exactly. Because when I first started doing this shit, I cut out a lot of people. Not because I didn't fuck with them. It was just because of the fact that I really wanted to focus on this, and this is what I really wanted. Yeah. And the moment I figured that out, that's when all this shit started manifesting so quick.
And you start to realize a lot.
Oh yeah,
with yourself and everything around.
Exactly.
You.
I found myself because of music. Real shit. Like I haven't been this happy in my life in a very long time.
Yeah.
Like, this is probably the happiest I've ever been in my whole entire life. Like, real shit.
You know, man, you know, talking about that too, it's, you know, in your shows and everything, right?
Yeah.
Putting together your shows and getting yourself out there, you know, and finding the right people to help you out. How do you do it?
How do you do it? Shit. Well, it happens two ways for me.
Yeah.
This is the first way. The first way is
Take notes.
Yeah, the first way is like taking the initiative, taking the action, go to places, go to open mics, go to places where they have live band and you can just kind of vibe with it. Like if you feel like you that nigga, like go do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like go up there in front of all these people. Like I would go to Unplug LA. Shout out to Unplug LA.
Shout out to Unplug LA.
1500
Give me a ticket.
Rants, all y'all niggas. Shout out to all y'all. But I went over there and they had a jam session at the end of their event. I went up there and spit some bars and motherfuckers was like, yo, you're crazy. I'm over here meeting like I met so many different artists just because of just that moment alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So sometimes you just have to make the initiative. Just go out and look for stuff. You know, if you really trying to be that artist, you know, go to open mics and stuff.
Do you feel intimidated by seeing other other artists with a certain status, you know, or other artists that like have a certain amount of respect around your scene?
Right.
You know, like, do you feel a little bit intimidated, or do you feel like, you know what, that's someone I could actually like network with, and that's someone that we could actually do stuff together with? Right. You know what I'm saying?
I don't get intimidated by like other artists because at the end of the day, we're all trying to do the same shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not really like I'm better than you, you're better than me. It's just like, why don't we just join and make some dope ass music together? You know what I mean?
Honestly,
like, let's collab.
That's the wish right there.
Real
That's
shit.
that's the wish.
It's like let's just
That's the
collab.
wish. If everyone could be like, you know what, I'm not gonna. It's not about me. It's not about me. It's
Right.
more like it's about us.
Right, exactly.
The art,
and that's
the
thing.
actual art.
It's about, For me, it's like community based. You know what I mean? For me, it's like I love to share. I love to work with people. I like to help. I help co-write certain songs and stuff for people and friends. So you know, I like to give back. I've always been like that. My whole life, I've always been like that.
Yeah.
Help, to be helped, whatever. You know what I mean? I just like to put a helping hand out. I'm like Allstate. You in good hands when you with me, type shit.
Well, that's perfect, man. Honestly, you know, just to, you know, last question. You know, words of inspiration that you could give to other people out there that like find themselves trying to like make it in this industry, or like young artists that are just like, fuck, you know, where do I start? You know, what can you tell them?
Where do you start? You just start. Cause I just start. I literally just started. Real shit. There's no time. There's no, oh, let me do it next week, or let me do it tonight. No, do it now. Why wait? What are you waiting on? It's
like, buff, just do it, dude.
Just do it. Just do it. That shit,
yeah.
like, that's what I'm saying. Like, real shit. Like, just do it.
Make your video. Just do it.
Right. Like, for me, like, my boy, my first record I put out is Good Times, and it's produced by DJ Flip Flop. He's part of Beat Junkies. Shout out to Beat Junkies. DJ Flip Flop, that's my boy. But yeah, he produced that track, and how he even realized I rapped. I was on my way to a K-Tronada and Gold Link concert with my boy Jordan, and I went on live on Instagram and just started freestyling, and he just happened to jump on and was just like, yo, you sound dope. You trying to make a record? I fucking hit him up, was like, hell yeah. And here we are. Like, literally like that. I didn't have to go and see somebody, you know what I'm saying? I just went live. You know what I mean? It's just making an initiative. Just put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there.
No, yeah. One thing, I don't even think I asked this question. I'm sorry, Eric. No. I'm always sorry. I always do this. What was it? Has social media made it easier for artists to get their stuff out there?
Yes.
Did I ask that question?
Yeah. No, you didn't.
Okay.
No, you're good.
I'm good. I'm good, guys. He said I'm good.
But yeah, social media is a great platform because shit. Like, honestly, you can literally DM anybody. Like, it's literally everybody's right here. You don't even have to have their number anymore.
It sounds like a ridiculous question. It's that we have some certain artists that, you know, come on and it's like, you know, I rather prefer the old school way.
Right.
you know, but it's just.
But this is the thing. We live as in my generation, we live in a different world. And then if you're trying to get a younger audience, your shit had to be social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, period. You know, all these teenage heartthrobs and shit. Like, you have to be on social media.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, but like, for our generation, it's like, social media is beneficial, but we tend to kind of like, you know, slash it down sometimes and shit. Like, nah, dumb it down. Like, nah, I don't think I should fuck with social media. But we need it. Like, especially as an artist, you promote all your stuff, music, pictures, everything. People like it, people see it, your stories, you can go live, you got IGTV. There's so many things now. This resource after resource, period. Use that shit. Use it to your advantage. Everybody use that motherfucking shit, for real. Don't doubt yourself. Make shit happen, make videos, make whatever, make music, sing, rap, dance, pop lock, whatever, all that shit. Do it all. Don't be afraid. Tap into your full potential. Yeah. Do it.
Yeah, man. Well, we're gonna close it off. You're gonna close it off with one more song before we go. Thank you for tuning into another episode of In the Valley. We have Stewp Kidd.
Oh yeah.
Stewp Kidd.
Stewp Kidd, afraid to leave his
Stewp Kidd. Check out his hashtags. Check out his Instagram. Check out all the links below this video. Right. Subscribe and all that other stuff. This episode is sponsored by viewers like you. Check out our Patreon website. I always botch that up. You know, I fuck up a lot. But you know, check out our links below. And if you really like this show and everything, support us. Liking us, you know, just shouting out to us. And if you're an artist out there, just come on the fucking show. DM us. Slide into our DMs. Right, Stu?
Oh, yeah. Slide in.
Into the DMs.
Slide in.
All right, man. Take it away.
Last one.
Later. Thank you, Sound Studios. Shout out Sound Studios.
It's the last one. This is going to be off my project, Nothing to Lose. So you're getting a little sample. Here you go.
This is an expression of a man that got his heart broke. You talk about you awake, but you was never woke. Open your eyes, there's a bigger picture when you search the right side, yeah. Why the hell would you let me go? Knowing that this nigga getting hit with repercussions. Production hitting hard, real deep with the percussion. Shout out to Seti, man, that's my favorite cousin. Yeah, chill. Okay, y'all niggas got me hyped, so I will. I'm here to shed some light on this bill. Displaying what I do, so you feel. My words that connect to you. You remember that bill that was on Capitol Hill? We had a capital spill, but ended up in the Ville. Damn, it was trill. Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah, sing it with me, huh? Hey. La 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 la. Love me. An abundance of emotions, how I feel about you. Since we first met, girl, you know I'm still about you. The way you smile, way you laugh, way you hold me close. How you always be the first to like my IG pose. Disregard the way I tell you my feels. I'ma always be that nigga that gon' keep it real. Not a mind reader, that's some type of super skill. I'ma keep it rolling like the caveman made them wells, yeah. What does it take to love me? I have like no clue. I be better off looking for Blue's Clues. Disappointment on both ends, what would you do? Ain't no fairy tale shit, this is like a real move. Misconstrued on my words. it's like a tongue twister. Got me jumping through hoops, causing a nigga blisters. All this lovey-dovey talk got me reminiscing. All this lovey-dovey talk, gotta miss her. Fuck.
Love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. Love, 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 love. Love me, love me, love me.
Love, love.
Love me, love me, love me, love me.
Yeah.
Love, 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 love. Love me, love me, love me.
Love, love.
It's how I feel about you, love me. It's how I feel about you, girl. It's how I feel about you, love me. It's how I feel about you, girl. It's how I feel about you, love me. It's how I feel about you, girl. It's how I feel about you, love me. It's how I feel about you, love me. It's how I feel about you, love me.
If you love me,
It's how I feel about you, girl.
if you love me,
It's how I feel about you, love me.
if you love
It's
me,
how I feel about you, girl.
if you love me,
It's how I feel about you, love me.
if you love
It's
me,
how I feel about you, girl. It's how I feel about you, love me. It's how I feel about you, about you.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Stoop out. Peace.